Hello. Hello. Can you turn that lower third on? Yeah. Needs to see that. Yeah.
Hey, so,
Nobody would notice it if you didn't point it out.
right, you know, yeah.
Hello and welcome.
I'm trying to increase our female viewers.
I think it's going to actually increase some other kind of area.
Oh, Lord, please, yes, thank you.
Viewers are viewers.
I agree.
God, yes.
I agree.
Holy moly.
Welcome to Smoking Underground.
Hey,
I'm
y'all.
Devin. This is Gary.
Hello.
And there's John.
Big bad John.
And we are smoking the Sith Lord tonight. That's not what it's called. That's what it looks like. Let's see.
Probably a picture of the way they deal with their copyright stuff.
Right?
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So this bad boy, let me get the name of it here properly. The Subterraneo Mercury. And show the band off there, would you, real quick, John?
Can you do it?
I would have to push
Can you
other
get it?
buttons and everything
Oh.
else.
Oh, if you don't,
Buttons.
that's all right, too.
I already got mine lit.
Oh, you already got your little?
Mine's been lit too.
Oh, man.
So, like I said, looks like a Sith Lord.
Oh, my God.
So I would have to say you get points for your boldness to put like that on your band.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't say I'm a fan of it, but at the same time, I feel like it's starting to grow on me a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because it is unique.
I like that band, I'll be honest.
I think it's growing on me the more I'm sitting here
Takes
looking
me
at it.
back to 17 years old and the Ouija board. And
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Good
Okay.
God, there ain't no telling what you let that boy. My God.
That's what this episode's going to be about. It's what he's about to unleash on the world. Woo! His Ouija board days.
Man.
well, we're talking about unleashing a few things because we got a few new releases.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We are.
This is the, like you said, comes out tomorrow for everybody. Still don't know if we're supposed to be smoking tonight talking about it. But
If they don't like it, they can say something. But I don't know why you wouldn't. It would be build a little bit of hype before.
because last month you got it so wrong.
Got what wrong? What do you mean?
For the Purple People Leader, you were unsure about it, etc.
Yeah.
That I said, if you cut it this way, it'll be great. And we talked about that on a Thursday night.
We did.
Whole company was sold out before the end of Big Sun.
Yeah. I still would like to try another Purple People Eater the way you told me to smoke it. This is got a.
I might know where one is. It's really expensive.
It's funny you're talking about Purple People Eater, and he is wearing a bright purple shirt. I'm like, all I'm thinking is he's wearing the wrapper right now.
Grimace.
Grimace, that's what it is.
Represent. I hear you, man.
They never had purple shades. How can Grimace represent the shade?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I always like that meme about McDonald's, how if you take a picture of McDonald's back in the 80s, it was all bright colors and clowns and funny and silly stuff. Now you take a picture of it, and it looks like a Starbucks, sleek and modern. Like, yeah, the Happy Meal, yeah. Okay, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, pull up them comments, would you? Today I am drinking the Thomas S. More extended cask finish. It's called the Port Cask. It is a 9 proof, a 98.9 proof, 49.54 alcohol by volume. It's kind of nice. I had Gary put a little thimble full of water in it just to tone it down. Up again. It's rather nice. What's up, Mr. Jason Rob? Yeah.
Oh, my God. This the Rob?
I wish you were here. I wish you were right out there.
Oh, my God.
And you're commenting, and then you just show up. Trying to will it into existence.
It'll happen if that's the case. He's probably out there in the parking lot and watching over his phone.
He should be here. He should be here.
He probably is.
I was just talking about him with Harris before the show, too.
Yeah, I miss him. He's a good dude.
We all
Most of the
miss
time.
Rob. We all miss the J.
We all do. So we got a few things to promote at the same time while we're bullshitting. We've got a nice little Oliva pack here that it looks pretty spectacular, if I do say so myself.
They always do a great job of marketing.
Yeah, and I gotta say, this is pretty nice. It's like John was telling me, it's the only place to get the Lancero.
Yeah. Only place to get the Lancero. That's all.
Yeah.
One of the most sought after cigars that Oliva makes.
Yeah, I like this pack. You know, I'm not saying I don't like Oliva. I do like Oliva, but it's not like a regular I go to.
Yeah.
But I really like this pack. I really do. This is I don't know, just something about it, the presentation of it.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
Yeah, they normally do. I've got, I have still in my locker, I've got a Series S still in there. Series S is about 20 years old.
Gotcha.
I've still got that hanging on, don't know why. Probably smoke it, chain smoke that thing when I had my first grandchild. That's about it. Which will be another 10 years old, probably. Which I'm not upset at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closer to alien hybrid species who was able to communicate both with extraterrestrials of subterranean legend and the pre-Mayan peoples. She was yada 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 yada. I kind of just want to get to the tobacco. I'll be completely honest. I mean, I like the story, but
Yeah, it's good.
Nicaraguan Habano wrapper,
Yeah.
a hybrid Nicaraguan broadleaf binder,
Sure.
and filler of Corojo and Correo from Esteli.
Nicaraguan Puro, obviously.
Yeah.
Which I'm attracted to, and I know you are. That's
Yep.
right down your alley.
Yeah.
So that's good. Smooth for a Nicaraguan Puro.
I'm getting an upper back end in the back
Are
of
you?
the back of my throat. That's got a spicy punch I was not expecting. Like
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm enjoying, but I'm not enjoying it.
Okay.
It's like it's building, and I think it's
Yeah.
going to become better in just a minute.
Okay.
So
if it's in the back of the throat, that means we got a little harshness. Probably might need to age a little bit.
Yeah.
And then after that, probably give this thing probably about 6 months. It'll probably be good to go.
Yeah. But it's got I called it earlier. It's got like a Sith Lord in the front of it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm also drinking the Thomas S. More port cask.
Now that is interesting to me, mainly because I'm a port fan. I like port. I love port, and that being in a port cask, that has my attention.
I do like where they dock the ships.
Oh, okay, I do too. That's nice. I do.
Did you get that?
I did.
Okay.
I got it.
Audio just cut out for me.
That was 5 minutes ago.
Is that
Okay.
right?
That's what I was working on.
Gotcha.
So has that got a port taste to it now?
You can definitely taste the notes.
Can you?
Yeah, because it's got that kind of wine taste right on the the mid
Really?
section of the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how's that blending now?
Good. Like the little bit of water that's in there helps
Uh-huh.
open it up a little bit,
Okay.
and this is definitely a nice sipping bottle.
Goes good with a cigar.
Yeah,
It does.
because that was my whole point when I was nose testing it. I was going, I don't want a rye. I don't want anything harsh. I don't want
Right.
anything that's going to give me trouble. But I
Right.
do want something that's got flavor.
Right.
So when I poured it straight, took a sip, it had a bit of a bite to it.
Mm-hmm.
Dumped a little bit of water in it,
Uh-huh.
opened it right up.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is then. There it is. So would that be good? Do you like your stuff with ice? Well,
Typically, no. I typically put no liquid. I usually do it straight.
Okay.
I even have the metal or stone ice cubes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All
I
right.
learned actually from Dr. D right there because
Mm-hmm.
he's like the whiskey, libations expert.
Guru.
Yeah. And he's like, you can literally take a finger in the water and dump 1 to 2, 3, maybe 4 drips into it,
Right.
and change the flavor slightly, just
Okay.
enough to open it up.
Interesting. All right.
And on a completely different kind of same note, one of my favorite cheap blended scotches that I like to drink, I've never ever drank it cold for like 4 years now. Never drank it cold. I just drank it because it's cheap swill, but I like it. It was so much better cold because it's as Dr. D tells me, it mutes the flavor, like the harshness of it when it's cold. Same reason like cheap beer, Budweiser,
Right.
Michelob, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you drink it room temperature, it's going to taste pretty bad, but
Yeah.
you have to drink it like ice cold, and
Right,
it's great.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
So
in saying that, would you buy that? I mean, would you? Okay.
I absolutely would buy that.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
This would be a bottle I'd definitely get a hold of. I'm going to try to remember that.
What age is that? Does it say?
I don't think it says.
I don't think it does either. I looked for it and I couldn't find it.
It's a nice, classy bottle.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy schmancy. Yeah. So
How you enjoying that cigar now, John?
Yeah, John.
The Subterraneo.
I like it, but I can't tell you the flavor. It's
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like when you
It's,
can't tell the flavor of it.
Yeah, it's a little mysterious.
That's good.
Yeah, it's
earthy.
Earthy?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
All
yes.
right.
I'd agree with that.
Very good. Very good. Very
I'm
good.
getting into that. Like, I like gin because of its
Yeah.
botanical flavor.
Right.
And I've been getting more into cigars that just have that more earthy, down to earth
Right.
feel. That's not like super challenging. That's not
Right.
going to be a Liga. That's going to be, deep and dark. And,
Right.
It's not a lot of spice to kick you. It's not a lot of Lajero or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just it's a good relaxing cigar.
I'd agree.
Okay.
I'm going to say 2 months in a row for me
Well, I can't use my original judgment because you were right. I need to try the other one again because
now this one would be horrible with the shirkin type cut.
yeah.
Mm.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
No, this one needs the wide open. I get straight guillotined it tonight. I left my V cut at home, and that's almost again. I pay a lot of attention, and I'm doing that with a lot of cigars, trying different cuts on them.
Yeah.
And how it changes the taste of the cigar. And I'd recommend this one with a guillotine.
That'd be kind of cool is if we update our website with it'll show the cigar we sell and then Smoking Underground's recommendation for how to cut it.
Right.
To get the maximum flavor. Like you just put the little symbol for V cut or shirkin cut or, punch or whatever.
Or pocket knife.
Yeah. Or pocket knife.
Right.
Now that would be an interesting question. Do you think there's a cigar out there where you can bite the end off and that's the best way to smoke it?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Man.
I don't know what it is.
I've never done it before myself.
I just dread doing it. I just don't.
Years ago, I about bled to death in my white leather interior Mustang. Stripping. It was red carpet with white leather seats and that. One of those Fox bodies they used to do. I was stripping wires with my teeth and stripped one, and my finger caught the edge of the radio frame because I was putting a radio in and just sliced 7 stitches. It did not get any tendons. I went passed out in the bathroom because I bled so much and regained consciousness, fortunately enough, and drove myself to the hospital. And but ever since then, proper tool for the proper thing. So I don't think I'll ever bite the end of a cigar.
Right.
Yeah. No, and I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be eager to see if there is, a cowboy cigar where that's the best way to do it. Because if you do anything else, it's too tight.
I want to get some Toscanos in that. Maybe that would be a rough enough cigar.
I could probably do that and backwoods.
Thinking of ordering a couple things in that we actually don't stock here.
Yeah.
So we should, if we do that, we need to have 2 for each of us. So we need to cut it and smoke it normally, and then try
And then-
the
and
bite
then
to see
Yeah.
if, holy mackerel, it does open it up a little bit better.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got so many mixed reviews on biting it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I don't know. To me it's like taking some art and stick it in your trunk and then put your groceries on top of it.
But
Good description.
And I just go, no, you don't do that.
like you said, you've got mixed reviews.
Right.
And what I'm finding with my most recent, I've probably been doing this 3 or 4 months, cuts affected. So maybe the people that haven't liked biting it aren't biting the right cigar.
Right.
Exactly.
Very well.
That's kind of the scientific method that we're trying to approach.
I just
Yeah.
can't, what size, maybe a Lancero, because I really don't.
I don't see a cigar this big being a biter though. Like,
that's what I mean. It's got to be
Lancero.
smaller,
Right. Yeah.
And then finding the right one, because I'm not going to take a 70 ring gauge or a 90 ring gauge and bite the end off of it, And then the looseness of the tobacco in that, which a Lancero would of course accentuate because they are loosely rolled. So you're gonna get tobacco, and then that so there might be one. Haven't found it. Haven't really tried that many.
Yeah, even when you go to the factory
What am I
and
thinking? Whatever 40 LB40, is that the
L40s. Yeah,
I might try it with one of those.
Yeah, that'd be a
because
good
that's
one.
a good, that's expensive cigar
It
to
sure
try it
is.
with, but maybe that is the way to smoke a legal.
Could be. When I was down in the factories down there, you have a hard time. It's like Robinette. Robin said, "Well, we got one cutter," because you can't carry it on the plane.
Right.
Although, so even down there, I was peeling the cap off.
Yeah, using your fingernails.
Yeah, using fingernails, and then lighting it and smoking it. I just can't bring myself to bite it for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just can't.
But when you peel the cap off, you still have a little bit of dome of tobacco, don't you?
Correct, you do.
So
exactly
that
right.
would be, to me, kind of
Like-
like the tobacco.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But
then-
I don't know. It's just something.
It's
about
like the
it.
way I eat sweet corn on the cob.
Yeah.
I eat it row by row, so when I'm done, it's a perfect. It doesn't have all those. And I mean, it's kind of the same thing. You do that with your thumbnail around your cigar, and it's like pretty cut. Where some people just go into their corner and it's all.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the most I've ever done with a cigar was I had
see
a
you
like
eat
a
corn.
razor sharp knife, and I took it like when you kind of cut wire, you just went.
Now that's what I'll do. I'll do that.
I've never been able to get it perfect, obviously, because you're using your hand to do
Yeah,
it, but
right.
you always want to do it perfect.
Right. Yeah.
And I've used a pair of scissors before.
Yeah. You got
The worst thing you could ever do.
It's
Well,
what
did you
do.
use them
snip, or did you cut it
or did you take the two blades, hold it, and then rotate the
and then
cigar?
rotate it?
I didn't do the smarter way.
Oh, okay. There it is. Okay.
I did it the bad way.
That's okay too. That's all right too.
I don't recommend it.
Obviously, it wasn't like a scissor cutter. It was a pair of
There's no-
fiskers
Yeah.
from Michael's.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. But I
Got
don't
the
know.
girlfriend's sewing kit out.
Don't
Got an
use my
idea.
fabric scissors.
Yes, I got an idea, sweetheart. Hey, you got your sewing kit
Well, you
around.
had the knitting needle out to
That's
bring
true.
the
To
cigar.
lance it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh God, yeah. Oh, that's good
And
stuff.
so my next question is are you guys able to hold the cigar in your mouth and smoke it without touching it? Like you're doing that, because I can't, because I'll breathe in. I'll start breathing it in.
No.
It irritates me because I see, to me, it looks really cool.
I'm
Yeah.
getting better at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, because I see so many people do it. I go, you got to be able to do it. It's just, I think learning to breathe, breathe at the right time, exhale at the right time, and, make the mouth work different than the nose. And
My problem is I get the end of it too wet and it just
Yeah.
starts dribbling, and I'm like, oh, this is not working. This is not working at all.
There's
Well,
this
that's-
guy in Irondale. He
Yeah.
works for the Irondale municipal department.
Right.
And he cuts the grass. And he is a ragged, old looking dude with
There
a
we
military cap on.
Heck yeah.
He's driving the thing, and he's always got a cigar next to him. And I've always wanted to,
Freak
and it's
yeah.
only happened once, and I didn't have any cigars on me.
Mm.
Where I was at the stoplight, and he was stop for a second, lighting his cigar, and my goal has been roll down the window and hand him one.
Yeah.
Because he looks so badass just sitting there.
Yeah.
And he's just chewing on it and smoking it and like just enjoying his day.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's about.
And he's actually smoking it. He's not a chewer, right?
I think he's both. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him not lit and I've seen it lit.
Yeah. He's a bi-smoker then.
Yeah.
That's good.
But just the skill of, and I guess it's like because you are inhaling some of the smoke sometimes.
Yeah, right.
I can't do it. I would cough. Just thinking about it, I'm coughing.
Probably if you get down to the retrohaling and being able to do retrohaling regularly, taking it through your nose is.
That's a good point because that's a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Can you retrohale?
I have done it successfully about 4 times. I did it. There was twice the first time, and then I went a couple of weeks without doing it, and I couldn't do it for months. Then came back and figured out how to do it, and now I can't do it again.
If you ever go to CLE, and I think, and Jason, if you're still listening, confirm this. But if you ever go to CLE, you better not let Christian know you just blow it out your mouth. He will get you to retrohale.
Yeah, I remember him talking about
that.
Oh,
man, he loves to retrohale, and he will get you to do it. Man, retrohale it. Man, get it. Get all the flavors, man. You can't get all the flavors. Yeah,
the few times I've been able to successfully do it and it not hurt, I enjoyed it. There was something different about it.
Yeah, well, there's different ways of doing it. You can do it very lightly. You can do it very lightly and then blow it out your nose very lightly, and then you can get all of that. But
the magic dragon-ish with it.
That's true. Right. Yeah, and that's the part I like. Right, that's neat. Right there.
Speaking of Christian, there's a couple of cigars there. That's some of the new stuff we got in. Let's touch on some of that right now. And one of them is from one of the Aroas, not Christian though. It says it on there. It's the Aladino that's there.
Yeah, there it is. Aladino Lancero. This thing looks good.
Yeah, and it is. It's good. All the Aladino lime's good.
I don't feel like I've ever had an Aladino.
Yeah,
of course, I brought out the Lancero. It's a new line we just picked up.
Yeah,
we do have it in other sizes, but us three are very partial. I think like the Lanceros, where I know there's contingents out there that think Lanceros should all be burned alive and never made again.
Why would somebody say that?
Well,
that's just rude.
There's 100 boxes of cigars with a certain cigar podcast. He ordered 300. Took him a day.
Oh, that one.
So one cigar, 100 boxes. It's taken him 3 months to sell the next 100.
Gotcha. No, this looks good.
100.
Do you know what this tastes like?
No, they just came in. Being a Lancero, I'm going to hit that up.
I would like to taste that. I bet that's good, son. I bet that's tasty.
It looks really good.
Because Aladino brand anyway was good when we had it.
Hell with it. It's the Cigar Authority, and it was their 15th anniversary cigar. It's like $100 for a box of 10 Lanceros. I'm thinking of ordering us a box.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We each order a box. We can get one in each color, and
there we
get free shipping, and they end up being like $80 a box.
Hey,
there you go, David.
There you go.
Do you know how much this is?
Honestly, no. I did not look at any of the pricing.
$300. Got it.
We had that one there. We've got that special. Speaking of Lanceros, let's hit the Oliva 6-pack there.
Yeah.
That's all Oliva Milanios. It is the only place we're told that you can get the Milanio Maduro Lancero.
Yay.
You can't buy them individually on the shelf. You've got to buy them in that 6-pack.
Man, I bet that's tasty.
What is that? That's $69.99, I believe.
I've got I've got a customer at Trustville, Mr. Barlow. He loves the typical one. And
$10 a Milano is a hell of a deal on anything. We're looking, in 2022, Milanios are $14-18 cigars.
Yeah.
So it's really a pretty good deal. We've got, I think, 10 of those boxes here at $280. I don't know how they're distributed through the other stores.
Yeah. And then what you got next?
Yes.
You pulled the
CAO, the new one.
Yes.
The new CAO that they're getting sued over, that trademark stuff.
That still
the X and everything. Me. Yeah, for what they
you explained it really. Didn't you explain it last week?
To the ringer, yeah.
He explained it really well, and I get why you have to do that. It makes sense to me. I appreciate that. It's like the sue happy world. Like, come on, y'all, come on.
Now I'm anxious to try this one right here because it looks like it's a Brazilian triple.
I tried it.
Good.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Okay.
I've heard a couple people haven't liked it. I've always been partial to CAOs. If any of you have CAO Sopranos, I really like some.
Yeah.
Oh, Sopranos are awesome.
There are some
those
other
are
I
good.
had 6 of them, and they disappeared during the locker moves here in locker shuffling.
you're
And
kidding.
I only have one left. And I can't bring
Oh
myself to smoke it.
man, how awful!
That CAO, I would say there's obviously ones that are better than that one,
Mm.
but that one's got a nice flavor to
Really?
it. Like, because the
Okay.
band definitely attracts you compared to other CAOs.
It does that now. You're
And
right.
it doesn't not deliver. It delivers because it's attracting your attention. You're like,
Right.
oh, I think I'll take my chances on it. And you'd be taking a good chance. I'd recommend it.
All right.
Pop the link up, smokingunderground.com/report. That's again going to the Monogram report. It's down into the $12 range on Amazon now. I don't know why it keeps getting cheaper. It seems it drops 2 or 3 cents a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I promise one of these days I'm going to order a couple of copies and we're going to give some away on the show, but don't wait for it.
We should. That would be a great idea.
Man,
Do
yeah.
some raffling with it.
Shoot,
Click the links or go to that website and order one up for yourself and
Yeah.
find out the pluses and minuses of cigars.
There we
Okay,
go.
so the next cigar, I gotta say, first impression of the band, I was like, okay, but as it grows on you, as you look at it a little bit more, get more detail on it, you're going, I've got to try this now because it looks a little ridiculous, and it's a compliment. It's called the Mad Mofo.
So that is one of the new we brought Tatawate. We talked about it last week. Got a new stock of Caldwell's in now.
It's got this guy on the front. All you can see is the bridge of his nose down, and then he's got a crown that's like falling over to cover his eyes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for the name, you'd expect a rapper like some of the other ones that I don't like. But it's not.
No.
It's elaborate as hell.
No, they always
Yeah.
have a classy band.
Very
Oh,
classy.
You know, the
Yeah.
King is dead, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's very
that's
classy.
from the Long Live the King line right there.
It says the king on the back. It
Yeah.
does say long live. And
Yeah.
on the other side it says the king.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. I gotta
yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try this one.
Robert Caldwell does nothing bad. He
Got
don't
to
do
know.
anything bad. He's one of my favorite ones. As far as the Dominican line goes, he knows what the heck he's doing.
Okay.
Those
He
are
does.
boxes of 10.
Wow.
I didn't look at the price, so my hunch is those are possibly limited because normally he does boxes of 20, but I think
Which means I got to buy it here,
Yeah.
not in Trustful.
Right. Yeah.
Which I will go ahead and I wish he was. He listened to some of them anyway, and just a light complaint about our lack of selection compared to other stores at Trustful.
Well, that's every store.
Yeah, it
That's
happens.
every store.
Every store, you guys have stuff we
Yeah.
don't have here.
Right,
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
God we don't have some of that stuff here.
I'll tell you what, man. Those Fat Bottom Betties, those things are gone quick.
They fly, don't they?
Every Friday,
mine's
I go
gone.
through almost all of them.
Yeah, Vitolas, man, it's just 2 empty boxes sitting there.
Yeah,
That's it.
they're gone
We-
every Friday.
We get
Right.
him in here. I mean, he's now ordering 20, 30 boxes at a time.
Yeah. You got to.
They're gone in a week.
Yeah.
It's almost like kind of like I'm guessing the Opus order.
Yeah.
Ship us all you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because-
Yeah. And I'm not a flavored cigar guy, but I'm telling you, when I smoked that, I said, and it was one that I took, and I said, I've got this. I'm out. Let me just go ahead and do this. And I did, and I was like, dang, not bad at all.
Now, that whole Deadwood series
Wow.
moves, but the Fat Bottom, I mean, it used to be the Sweet Janes.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
Fat Bottom Betties came in, and I
Man,
think
yeah.
people forgot about Jane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Betty's always better than Jane.
It is. It's that fat bottom.
Oh my
You know,
goodness!
So-
they make the girl go round.
There we go. That's what I'm
God.
saying. Come on, John. I like the way you're going, baby.
Brought to you by. Never mind. What's the last one we got? There on
Oh,
the
we
end?
got the organic. You're going to listen.
Was that English? What did you just say? The
Aganorsa
Aganorsa.
leaf, yes.
Okay.
Aganorsa, Connecticut, yes.
It looks good.
Well, now it's got a new name because Harris was talking to me when I was picking that up. That is the exact same Aganorsa, Connecticut they've been selling.
Okay.
And they've just repackaged it, rebranded it, done new artwork for it.
Really?
And the same thing with the Corojo. He
Really?
says it's exactly the same as the Aganorsa, Connecticut, which is one of my favorite cigars. that will be on my list. I'll probably do that in the
I bet that's
Lancero
good.
This
weekend,
artwork
just
looks
to
more
see if it's
elaborate.
the same.
You know
yeah.
it.
Well, yeah,
You know it, brother.
it's so bland in the old one. It was just white and maroon.
Yeah.
Right.
And with the gold footband, that
Mhm.
one kind of pops a little bit
This
more.
does. This honestly like makes you want it more. And well done on them because
Mhm.
as I've said before, a band is a part of the cigar.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's not all of it because you have things like the Amazon Basin, which just uses like nothing,
Yes,
like
sir.
a piece of
Dried up tobacco.
Right.
yeah.
on,
And
right.
it is.
Right.
I have people at least once a week. You got any Amazon Basins? Nope. You get them in about once a year, man, and they're gone.
There you are.
Now,
There you are.
see, I don't know. I'm going to have to smoke that to see, but I like the old Eganosa Connecticut band. It just, to me, it has a little. It's so simple. It's a little classy.
Yeah.
And it goes a little bit with that cigar.
Oh, don't worry,
I
they'll
think
go
that's
back to it.
Mm.
They'll rotate
Well,
back to the
I even
classic.
said to Harris, I'm glad you told me that. Otherwise, I'd have bought all those. But I'm still tempted to buy a big chunk of his inventory of the old.
Yeah.
Because I just like the look of that.
I love this right here. It's what they call a Cuban press,
Mhm.
which is a mixture between a Parejo and box press. It's sort of oval, if you will. But yeah, this is, and I bet you that thing is good. I bet you this is tasty. I love a good box press Connecticut.
Yeah,
I really
same.
enjoy that.
I think you guys have heard probably the cigars we're going to be smoking I'm talking to the listeners. The cigars we'll be smoking in the next couple of weeks. I see a Lancero there. We're probably going to grab. I see Eganosa.
Yep.
We've done
Yummy.
Eganosa multiple times.
And now we come to the last thing on the list, which I got to say the presentation of this is the seller on me. Nice little bitty box here. It's even magnetic, so it locks back in place. And it's got these two little guys in there.
The
Black on blue.
The DK Duo. It's also an LCA Privada Cigar Club of the Month release. Just comes out tomorrow.
Nice little box. I
Very
like
much
that.
so.
Those are what is that? It's $28 for the box. It's
Yeah.
a little up there.
It does seem a bit
But
up there.
You get what they call a DK white and a DK blue. The white is a 5x52 featuring Ecuadorian Habana 2000 wrapper, Dominican San Vice Seco binder, and Dominican fillers of Palito Cubano
Cubano.
virus
Okay.
and Habano 2020 virus, San Vicente Merhaggio Seco, and a Corojo 99 Seco.
Ooh,
That's a lot of detail
Yeah.
for just those two little cigars.
Hey, now.
That's just one cigar.
That's just one cigar.
That is
Oh,
the
yeah.
DK White, the 5x52.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
other one, the DK Blue, is the 4x54.
Mm.
It showcases Ecuadorian Habana 2000 Maduro wrapper,
Okay.
Dominican San Vice Seco binder, and Dominican fillers of Pilito Cubano
Sing it.
Lajero,
Okay.
Habano 92 Visas, San Vince Mercado Seco, and Corojo 99 Visas.
Man, this thing's gonna be
Both
complete.
blends were rolled at Tabacalera El Putin in the Dominican Republic.
Very good.
So you know what I see with this little box? This is what I love about this, the classiness of it.
John remembered all that, by the way.
He
never
did.
read
He
it.
didn't read that off
it.
a screen
He
or
didn't
nothing.
read it.
You're sitting there, you got your suit and tie on,
Yeah.
and you just go, would you like a cigar? Huh?
I just the 4x54. I don't know. I don't
Well,
like-
I'll try it if you
Oh,
don't.
I bet you that's a flavor bomb and a half.
That's
Ooh, I bet that's gonna be
we
good.
spoke about them earlier. But a lot of people sell them the firecrackers that come out from
From Pepin.
well, it's done different manufacturer every year. It's a Garofalo thing.
Oh, okay.
But they're always this small little thing that looks like a firecracker.
Yeah.
I bet you that's got a
Yeah.
lot.
Pepin's
of that
got a
kick,
firecracker out there. That's pretty
especially
neat,
with
though.
the the Haro mixed into it and that.
Nice.
And we didn't mention on the one that we're smoking.
Yeah.
This is an AJ Fernandez.
Yes, it is.
roll.
Yes, it is.
And,
I love it. I love me some AJ, man.
if you
It's got a
like-
new name from me. It's called the
Oh.
Sith Lord.
Yeah, all the tobaccos used in the Mercury were grown, fermented, blended, and rolled by AJ Fernandez
I love it.
in Nicaragua.
Yeah, come
Himself.
on.
He did all of them.
on. Come on.
And
By
they
himself.
Do,
That's it.
and they do believe that this is the LCA statement. We believe the Mercury to be the most balanced smoking experience in the entire series.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
And
I believe it.
I
Okay.
might go with that.
I believe it.
I'm
I believe
what,
that.
two-thirds of the way done
Yeah.
with this now, maybe?
Yeah.
This is a damn good cigar.
I believe it.
These might not make it through Sunday again.
This is a nice like sit
Yeah.
back
Mm-hmm.
evening enjoy.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
If these were off the shelf regular, I would buy a box to have at the house.
I like the wrapper. The wrapper's nice. It's smooth. It's got a great look to it. It's got a great color to it. It's got a nice deep Colorado Habano look to it, and I really enjoy that. It's got a good burn. Got a
It does. It's very
fantastic
consistent. I
burn
haven't had to
to it.
relight this thing not once.
Right.
Did you?
Man, yeah.
I was distracted with the audio issues. Did we get into what this is made with, or?
Yeah.
We we went Nicaraguan Furo.
In a roundabout way.
Yeah.
It is a Nicaraguan Puro.
Mhm.
Nicaraguan Habano wrapper.
Right.
Hybrid Nicaraguan broadleaf
Mhm.
binder.
Yeah.
And fillers of Corojo and Carrillo from Esteli.
Yeah.
That's a good get. It's a good get.
And I'm really not a big Carrillo fan.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like this.
Yep. It's very good. It's like you say, it's got a great balance to it.
Does.
And it's really rolled quite well.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. The consistency of flavor,
Wow.
every single pull. Like this hasn't changed since I lit it.
Mm.
Yeah. The first draw was this, I don't know, I'm on my 80th, is exactly the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something to say about that. There's some cigars you don't want that, and there's some you do. And this is the one you kind of do because it's nice to, I guess it's like autopilot. You just enjoy it. You just sit back. You don't have to.
And that's the way it should be.
I think I
That's the way
might
it
have
should
to pick up a couple before I
Yeah.
go home tonight. Make sure I have an inventory.
You
Yeah,
think
that's a
it'll
good
disappear
idea.
Before I get a chance to try it again.
I don't know how many we got. If we got as few as we did last month with the Purple People Eater, it'll be gone.
Noted.
Cool.
Noted because I should have picked up some of another Purple People Eater that night.
No, because I bought the last 3 on Sunday because I really don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And I was asked to sell them back to the shop, but I had already smoked one with a buddy
Sell them back to the shop.
because they were sold. they sold after I bought them.
John bought some soul sticks.
So
Hot dog.
no, they weren't
That's
sold when
always
I
good.
bought them. It was just the legs in the system.
Well, then you'd go
I see.
$10 stick. I'll sell it back to you for
That's
20.
exactly right. That's exactly right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up 2 or 3 of these also.
Well, John, where are you going to
Man.
be this week?
Well, I was gonna hit on a little bit of the packaging. I know I want to be
Okay,
done
do
by
it.
Please do.
Oh, okay.
Please
You
do.
were talking about your packaging there, and this is
Yes,
this
I
was
really
a
like
topic
this.
again. Cigar Authority talked about this weekend.
Got a little magnet
And
in it.
I found it interesting, and I would like our viewers to give us and listeners to give us some commenting. They're talking about when you're buying cigars and you're buying boxes.
Right.
Would you buy a bundle over a box if you got an extra cigar, or say $5 off the bundle if it's the same cigar? If you got 24 cigars in a box or 24 cigars in a bundle, but the bundle was $5 less, would you buy the bundle over the box? Because I know so many people love boxes. Or would you buy the bundle if, say, they threw in an extra cigar? You get 24 in the wood box, you get 25 in the bundle.
I'd buy the bundle all day. All day. I couldn't care. Don't get me wrong. There's some nice boxes out there. I couldn't care less.
I mean, once you buy the first box to put in your humidor, it's kind of like us. Why don't you just ship us bundles and we refill
Are
them?
you speaking of the same cigar? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exact same cigar.
Oh, the bundle, by all means.
Yeah.
Oh, heavens, yes. Yeah.
You should have the box
Gosh.
out on display so people can see it, and they should have the option.
Well, it's kind of what the determination they did, and I totally agree with it. And I just want to know if our listeners feel the same way, because they're Northeast and that. The only time people really have to have a box is when they're populating their humidor to make it look pretty, when they're buying it as a gift, or they're taking it to an event. They want the wood box. But if you're just buying a box to smoke, keeping your humidors, you have them on the shelf, put them in the lockers like behind you, and you're just going to pull one and pull one and pull one.
Yeah.
Do you really? I'd rather have the discount and the extra cigar than the wooden box.
Yeah.
And think of the production cost saved. Think of the environmental impact.
Mm.
Look at all the boxes around here. I don't know if we can't see it,
Oh,
but just off to the
gosh,
side of Gary's,
almighty.
garbage bags.
Oh, you
after
can-
garbage
Lord.
bags of boxes. And, you know,
I can't stand when we do that.
the
but I get it.
Harrises have a basement full of cigar boxes,
Yeah.
and they donate them the best they can and get rid of them. But they're a nuisance.
Right.
They
You know,
are.
It's
At
it's
some
really
point,
a
they're a
nuisance
nuisance.
waste.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see a transition in the cigar community just for, operators where they ship them, like you have the cheaper box that you sell people, then you have the display box that's just way more elaborate.
Right.
You're like, sorry, we can't sell that one. That one's actually for the humidor.
No,
Yeah.
I disagree with that part because it's like the Padron 50th box. Everybody wants it, and granted, it's $3,000 and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But you can't have a nicer box in the store. The display box in the store. But I think the way the manufacturer should go is 30% of your order should. If you order 10 boxes, you get 3 wood boxes, or however they're normally packed, and 7 bundles.
Right.
And then the stores restock out of bundles.
I like that.
And who's doing it? Who's really been doing it is GTO.
Really.
Oscar's really big about reusing his boxes and restocking.
He
his
is.
boxes.
I mean, he'll come into the store and go, "Hey, you got any boxes?" I'm like, "Yeah, take them."
Well, he does that, but he ships. If you notice, a lot of the stuff we get in from GTO now is bundles of 25, and his boxes are 20.
And it's also a money saver for him too, which makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. There are some, and it's not prevalent now, to be honest with you, unfortunately. But back during the cigar boom, you had more than you can count about guys wanting big humidors. They want these cabinet humidors, stuff that you can put in your house, and you've got the double doors that open up, and you've got you've got the display up there.
I'm in the market for one of those right now.
There you are. So, and I actually sold one to Oscar. So yeah, you've got all of that right there. And then, and so that would probably be the only person who would come in and said, yeah, I need a box,
But they only need it once.
That's exactly
That's
right.
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 You have your box of Milanios,
Yeah.
say 10 Milanios.
Yeah.
You smoke them, you come in, then you buy a bundle of
Sure.
10 Milanios for $5 off, or
Right.
you buy
Right
a
on.
bundle of 11 Milanios.
Yes, sir. Right.
That makes me think of a story. You guys remember Bigfoot, right?
Yes.
Who?
So Bigfoot.
Guy lives in the Northeast, or Northwest, nobody ever sees him.
Yeah, that guy.
Or guy
So-
lives in Tuscaloosa, nobody ever sees him.
He used to live with a buddy of mine. They were renting a house together, and he told me something. I went, "What?" Apparently, he had like a giant cabinet humidor.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
and
he did.
And
Yeah.
my buddy Daniel used to tell me, I was like, "Yeah." That was the biggest piece of furniture besides his bed that he brought in,
That's true.
and he plugged it up and all this stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay."
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
He
yeah.
used to tell me about it.
I
and the
get it.
different ways he tried humidifying it.
Oh, yeah.
I never heard the neat experiment he was doing. I never heard
Yeah.
if you're going to do it, like I know friends who have big alcohol cabinets.
Sure.
And, they use curio cabinets
Sure,
or their
right.
own individual, and they set them up and they make them look nice. Why not have the same thing in a humidor?
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to have that, like glass doors, probably.
That's kind of what I'm
Yeah.
looking at to put my new office in my new place. Is I'm
Right.
looking at something like that. And I don't know if I want
You
a
need
wall
something
one,
like
or
that.
I don't know if I want a tall, narrow one, or if
Yeah.
I want like an end table one.
Well, see, and that's what baffles me about it was as you were talking about it, I went, why would you want to buy the box to put in your humidor? I have a humidor about this big at home, and I would never buy the box. I just buy the cigars and put them in there.
Right.
But you get a big enough humidor that can hold that. There's something classy, even if it's just for you,
Oh, sure.
to
Sure.
open your
Well,
humidor
yeah.
and go.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I do a lot of
Mhm.
thermidors or cooladors.
Yeah,
Right now, and all my GTOs are in a GTO box. Doesn't matter if they're whatever. All my Perdomos are in a Perdomo box,
Yeah.
and that's how I keep them organized. And then my one-offs in that I use. Sorry, Harris. I have a bunch of the more Ziploc bags, and I keep them sorted in 5s and that. So
Yeah.
For
I keep
carry.
them organized like
Yeah.
that. But
Good.
like I said, the stuff that I own a lot of, and I've been, over the years, I keep in the proper brand of box for organization.
who was the guy? You guys told me the story about somebody. He used to always just bring his cigars in a Ziploc box, Ziploc, plastic. God, who was that? I don't know. That's how he used to have all of his cigars, was just like that. He doesn't worry about anything. He just keeps them in one of those Ziploc things.
Well, you still have to be careful on that, because you don't get, even a proper humidor has some air exchange. If you don't burp that every now and then, doing a coolador, you still have to, coolador, I still have to open it every now and then. I try to open it at least once a week to kind of circulate.
How long do you leave it open?
Not long.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. You're supposed to have, even when the humidor is closed, you're supposed to have at least 1% of air volume at least go through it.
Gotcha.
It's supposed to have a good seal to it, but the opening and closing of it basically takes care of that 1%.
Gotcha. That's we should do another episode about humidors and get even more elaborate.
Yeah, they can get there. Wow, they can get elaborate.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So
it's easy,
Yeah.
Like I say, even if you're buying a 10-stick humidor, you can easily have $100 or $200 into it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But if you're buying a 50-stick humidor, it would not be unreasonable to say you got $1,000 of cigars in it.
Yeah.
So you got to think of what's going in it when you're basing your purchase of the item. So sometimes the $30 unit isn't the unit to go for.
Right. That's true. Yeah,
That's why, as a woodworker, I would never make anybody a humidor because you're putting. I've always thought of the end value of the product. If I make you a really nice one and it's a 25 stick, it's possible you got 25 opus in there that you paid $30 a piece, so $30 buy rent.
Come on.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be responsible if that humidor fails.
Right. That's a good point. But I've got a 200 count. That's my master humidor. I've actually got two 200 counts, but only one of them I use. And one 100 count that I just keep my stuff in.
Yeah.
And then I've got what we call the master humidor that ages. And I've got stuff in the master humidor that's probably 25 years old.
Yeah.
And that's all it does. And I'll go down probably around about once every 3 months. And I'll open it up, make sure everything's good. It's good. Close it back and let it roll. It's seasoned enough to where it takes care of itself. I don't even have to do anything to it. It's done.
Yeah.
It's a little Por Lernyaga humidor.
Nice.
It's cool. But I had a guy come in the shop one time and he said, "Hey, listen, got a humidor, need it seasoned." And I'm like, "Stick it up here. I'll take care of it for you." He said, "No, it's at my house." And I said, "Really? Okay." And so he says, "Yeah." He says, "I live in Gadsden." He said, "You want to, pay you a little jack and you come season it." I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. I walk in this guy's, first of all, beautiful house. And walk into his office. He's got this nice little setup, custom built. I mean, all of it's leaned, oh God, I don't know. That thing probably 1,000, 1,500 count.
Yeah.
And boy, that thing, man, I got finished with that right there and had it all organized, man. And boy, you talking about beautiful. God, this guy had it going on. Man. And he's still one of our regular customers here.
You should, next time you see him, tell him, get us in a picture. Maybe we can
put
it in your cell phone, give it to John. We'll put it up.
Yeah.
And can you put up our email on there?
Yeah.
Possibly.
By all means, if you've got an interesting humidor set up, please take a picture, send it to us. We'd love to post
that
it up.
Would be great, dude.
We'll start planning a humidor episode, I'd love to see it. I know we all would.
Man, that would be great, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some beautiful stuff out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vitola has got some stuff over there. It's jaw-dropping, and they're small. They're little, 30 count, 50 count. You got one 100 count that's not too impressive, but, man, some Davidoff stuff, some Diamond Crown. Man, some beautiful stuff.
Man, making a humidor would be a fun woodworking project. You got me thinking about it.
I bet. John, have you ever made one?
Nope. Like I said, I refuse to. I wouldn't even make myself one because I'm not going to.
Right.
I'm very, very careful. And I don't talk about it much, but I think I have 1,000, 1,100 cigars.
Something like
and
that.
It's, I want to display them now. And it's a new place. And this place actually has proper HVAC system.
Sure.
My last place was really warm.
Yeah.
And what I ended up doing is getting air conditioned storage unit, climate controlled storage, and principal reason was to store the cigars. I mean,
Wow.
again,
I've always wanted to ask you this.
Figure 1,000 cigars. If they are $7 a piece, it's $7,000 in cigars, and I guarantee you, there's $20 and $30 cigars in there. I probably got $15,000 in cigars. It's worth $30 a month for a storage unit.
Right.
Yeah.
It is.
Heck yeah, it is.
It is.
Unlike
indeed.
my big warehouse that I pay hundreds of dollars a month for, that I should have thrown everything out of there.
It's good to
years.
store a car,
I
but
go,
that's about it.
Well, no, I don't
Yeah.
even have a car in there. It's a 400 square foot warehouse, and I've had it for 5 years. I got $5,000 into the thing, and I'm going
Lord.
$10,000 into the thing, and I'm going. I could have probably replaced whatever in here that I'm going to use for a lot less than $10,000.
I tell you what, though, that makes you think. If you're somebody who's planning to build your house and you're going to have a man cave, plan that extra closet.
Oh man, yeah.
Make an extra walk-in closet
Do it.
just for cigars.
Do it, brother. Yeah, man.
I mean-
That's the way to do it right there. But I've always wanted to ask you this. And I keep.
How do you have
it
that good
just
lift on your hair?
It keeps going
Oh,
over
I
my
got
head.
a haircut.
Yeah.
She's going crazy.
That's it. Yeah, it's the glasses.
Got to call Betsy.
Fat bottom Betty.
No,
So,
Betsy, no, I wouldn't say that.
I've always wanted to ask you this, and that is that every car show that you go to, and I know it's probably deduced down because you're rolling now. You're all over the place.
Car show.
But yeah, right. Did you ever, when you and all these guys go out with these, with these exotics, Lamborghinis and McLarens and all of that stuff right there, did you ever carry anything out there to smoke? Just around. As you guys are all just sort of sitting around. Just
Almost every car show I go to, I take a cigar and we'll smoke a cigar.
nice.
Got to be careful. You
Yeah.
don't walk up to some guy's
Yeah.
$500,000 Lamborghini with
Right.
a cigar in your hand and stick your head in.
Right. Right.
Because when I'm going, a lot of times I'm just going to socialize with people.
Exactly.
I've seen all the cars.
Right.
So yeah, and it's kind of expected.
Yeah.
To the point, I was at an autocross once, which is kind of a parking lot racing through cones. We won't get into it too deep. And somebody came over and tapped me, and he goes, "Really shouldn't have that." And I said, "Why?" He goes, "Because all the fuel over there." And I said, "No."
That's probably a good point.
Yeah, like 10 cans of gas sitting
I
there,
love
and
it.
I'm smoking a cigar like 15 feet from it. And I said, "Don't worry, I used to grill out at a gas station." So
Oh my god.
Hey, if I was you, I'd have 2 steps over and say, "How's that? Is that good?" There
gas
you are.
isn't flammable.
There you
Gas
are.
vapors
Right.
are. So
There you go. Right. Yeah. Mythbusters busted that.
Yeah.
By
I
dropping
miss that show.
I do too. Hey, they dropped a cigarette in the gas tank. Didn't do anything. It just
gas
there
will
you are.
gas will put it out. It's just
That's it. Yeah. So open flame, different story.
Well,
Ask me how.
let's wrap it up here. John, where are you going to be this week?
I will be at 280 on Sunday, just like normal.
Just like
All day, relaxing. I probably be putting samplers together. Anderson.
you should.
We're clearing out shelf space. Harris bought a ton of new stuff. We're not-
Nice. That's good.
Nice.
That's good.
indeed.
Sampler. I always love samplers. Just yeah, they may be slightly older, but there's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
But it's great because you can get a great price on cigars, a variety, and it's all already packaged.
And I scared Harris Sunday when I was talking to him. I said, "I don't even know if I'm going to have time to prep doing them because I do samplers different than everybody else." And he came back with, "What do you mean?" Because everybody else, they take a box, and we always have one cigar that has to go in every sampler.
Right.
And then you have an assortment, and you take most people take a box of the one cigar and then a box because we do 5 cigars.
Right.
And then you just pull and pull. So you get 20 samplers that are exactly the same, 20 samplers that are exactly the same, 20 samplers. I throw all the cigars in one big box and then all the one sticks in one big box.
Yeah. Right.
So very rarely when I do samplers are there duplicates.
I like
So-
that. That's
Oh,
Now,
yeah,
it
that's
might
the way it
really
should be.
suck if you go,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is a great sampler. I want to find
Yeah.
more." Just to let you know, I'm the one who's been doing them lately. Very, very rarely will you find identicals because the
Right.
idea is to get you to try something new.
Yeah.
Sure.
You might
100%.
get 4 just
Right.
like in the last, but the fifth's going to be different. So.
Yeah, right.
You ever thought about double samplers? So like the box, let's say, typically they have 5, right?
Uh-huh.
Like if it had 2, 2, and 1, so you like always have 2
Yeah.
of a cigar.
We've done that before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be a good idea.
We've done that before, but
This
But,
time
yeah.
around, it might have 2 of the same brand and 3 others. 2 of the
There you
same
go.
brand.
yeah, right.
Because we're
Right.
closing out, we're really reducing inventory on one brand.
Good.
Yeah, look, can I ask y'all one thing before we sign off here? I've always wanted to sort of wonder about this with cigar guys. And now that we're sort of close here, I'd like to ask y'all this. What do you think about cigar smoke? So in other words, like it's like myself. I'll be honest with you. If I'm smoking a cigar, I do not hold it under my nose. I don't hold it next to me. I hold it out because I'm trying to get the flavor. I'm trying to get the nuance of the flavor of the cigar, and I don't want the smoke. You know.
You mean
sort of-
as the cigar
Yeah,
sits
as-
here?
yeah, right,
Not what's come like Devin.
Correct.
What's coming out of his mouth? Okay.
right, right,
I would prefer it if my cigar didn't smoke.
right.
Just because
Smokeless cigars,
It-
brought to you by John.
it would be just because the the environment.
Right, right.
You could, I think it'd be more acceptable somewhere.
Right.
It wouldn't bother people as much. And
Right.
I don't know.
but I can't say I've really thought too much
Yeah.
about it. I mean,
Mhm.
it's gonna be maybe one of those things it's part of the hobby. I'll be honest, if I'm smoking around somebody who's not a cigar smoker,
Right.
I'm real careful and conscious of where I'm
Right.
exhaling
Right.
and where I hold my cigar. But
Yeah.
beyond that, no.
I used to feel bad, like when I was smoking, and there'd be somebody in front of the register, and the smoke would go in their face, and I used to feel bad about it, and I went,
Oh no.
"You are in
Oh,
a
no.
cigar place.
Right. Yeah.
I can only control the smoke so much.
Right
If
on.
you don't like it,
Yeah.
you're in the
Correct.
wrong place." But
Correct.
I get your point, 100%. I personally am a big fan of smoke. I've gotten better, way better at smoke rings.
Right. Right.
So to me, I love the look of smoke.
Oh
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah. The look is great, especially that blue nuance that comes off of it. I think it's awesome. I think
So
it
where are
is.
you at this weekend, Gary?
I am nowhere this weekend. I am yeah. So next weekend I'll be at Vitola. I don't know what is going to go on next weekend, but something will.
All right.
So yeah, but yeah, this weekend I'm taking a hiatus this weekend.
All right.
Yeah. So
And
Been a
party
hard
on,
week.
Garth?
Party on, Wayne. Yep. Trust Vegas tomorrow night from 6 to midnight.
Hang on tight. Here we go.
It's been getting better. Like every week has been like last weekend we had this lady had her birthday, so she had all of her friends in there, and it was pretty banging. I got to say it was definitely the Trust Vegas night. One of the ladies, she's a proprietor of some kind of alcohol brand. I don't know what it is. I always forget, but she has her stuff in. They're like plastic light bulbs. It's really cool. And you just screw off the top and then pop it. And it's got a peach flavor to it
Huh.
for her whole group and everything.
Love
And
it all.
it was pretty cool. Like Trust Vegas is getting bigger and better. I highly recommend because it's probably the only cigar shop open that late in almost all of Birmingham, if I dare say. So feel free. Highway 11, Trustville, Cigars and More,
There it is.
next to the Happy Walk, the CBD store, all that stuff.
And
Yeah.
you've got a limited time left with your Tuesdays, right?
Maybe that's still in the works.
As limited as I do with my Sundays.
Yeah. There's some
Yeah,
there's some
right.
talks in the works and stuff like that because my media, I loosely say media company, is expanding, so I may need that Tuesday, but right now we're fine.
Archifire.com.
Good deal. Awesome.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well,
Wonderful.
I bet you guys want me to find a little closing video
Yeah.
here. And
Thanks everybody for joining us. Remember to like, share, subscribe.
Please.
Again, the email address is right there. SmokingUnderground.com.
There it is.
I
Yep.
just put the website up.
Yeah.
The website. You can contact us anyway because the email gets really confusing.
Send us those pictures of your humidors. We would love to see them. Love to see them. You are always welcome to send emails about anything you want to show us, even not even humidors.
Show us
Well,
what
if
you're
you
smoking.
send an amazing picture, we might put it up.
Yep. Please do.
Please do. Lord, yes.
So we'll see you guys next time. Have a great time. We'll see you next week. And that's about it.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
everybody.
Shoot, yeah.
Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, da, 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 da.